Happy Thunderbolts Thursday to everybody out there. As you can see, I've got my Thunderbolts shirt on. My dog Kaylee has a Thunderbolts jersey on. She's not quite sure why she's wearing it, but she is. She's being a good girl. All right, and here's my friend Logan. I'm sitting on the floor this morning because I'm going to show you something neat, which means that my dogs like to come and keep me company to see what I'm doing because they're curious. All right, so I hope you watched Mrs. Reiber's video yesterday. She read us a story and she had a little activity for us where she asked us to make a list of things that we were thankful for and wrote out a bunch of different ideas. And I saw my friend Kenzie wrote out a list yesterday, and that was really cool. And if you haven't seen that yet, you can go back to the video yesterday and you can watch that. And Mrs. Reiber goes through a neat story with Piggy and Elephant books, which are really a lot of fun. All right, so we're gonna do something a little bit different this morning. Instead of doing a morning message and a story, because I hope Mrs. Reiber will have time to do another story today, we're gonna do a little bit of a math and a craft activity, okay? So you may have seen these. We had these out in the classroom for just a little bit, and they're a fun little math activity that you guys can do at home, okay? So what these are, is these are footprints. Yeah, they're footprints. They're kind of shaped like a shoe, and they have different numbers on them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 in there. Woo, 7. Oh, that's not a 6. 8, 9, 10, and there's my 6. So it has all the numbers on it, 1 to 10. And the fun thing about these is you can do all kinds of interesting activities with them, and you can get some physical activity while you're in your own house too, okay? Now these are made out of foam, so they're nice and durable, but you don't have these at home. So we're gonna make some in a little bit. I'm gonna show you how to do that, okay? First of all, I'm gonna put these down in a couple different ways, and we're gonna practice counting up to 10 and backwards and adding things together and skipping counting and that sort of thing, okay? So I'm gonna put them out first, just 1 to 10, okay? Just like you would normally be walking, all right? So your left foot, and then your right foot, and then your left foot, and then your right foot, okay? So you're gonna start with 1, start with 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, 8, then 9, then 10. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yep, you can see them all, perfect. So, we're gonna start off just with our regular walking. So, say when you step on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You guys can all count to 10, no problem. Now we gotta count backwards, and you have to walk backwards too. That's gonna be tricky. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a little bit trickier because you have to read the numbers upside down. That's a little bit tricky. All right. Now we've gone up to 10 and back down to 1. Now we're going to skip. We're only going to use our left foot. So we're going to count up by 2s. I'll show you how that works. All right, so 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So I've gone up by 2s, and now I'm going to go back. And I can jump backwards without falling over. Let's see. So 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. So I've just counted up by 2s every time. So I've got 1, and then I added 2 more. And then I've got 3, and then I added 2 more. So I'm going up by 3s, starting at 1. Now I'm going to start at 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, a little bit easier. Now I'm going to go backwards. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Whew. So I've gone forwards and backwards, counting by 1s and counting by 2s. There's all kinds of different ways you can do it, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start at my number 3. So I'm going to start at my number 3. I'm just stepping on 3, Now I'm going to do 3 more. So I'm going to do 3 plus 3. I can do it on my fingers, I can do it by counting, or I can do it by walking. So I'm going to start with 3, I'm going to add 3 more. 4, 5, 6. So 3 and 3 more has to equal 6. So you can actually do adding on your little foot number line. It's just like our number line that we had at school, but instead of a line, we have the floor. And instead of our little hanging number cards and that sort of thing, we have footprints. Okay? So, you can try all kinds of different things. I want you to try counting up by 1s, counting up by 2s, counting backwards by 2s, and you can get mom or dad or brother or sister to help you out, to give you some ideas. So, they'll give you a number to start at, and then say, all right, you have to start at 5, then you need to add 2. So 5 plus 2. And you can do that. 5, and then 6, and then 7. So 5 plus 2 has to be 7. And look on here. A group of 5 just like got a dice, and a group of 2. 5 and 2 must be 7. That's really nice and easy, just like this. Okay? So, that's the activity that I want you guys to do, but before you do that, we have to make some footprints, okay? We have to make these so you can use them. So, come on with me. We're gonna go to the kitchen, and we're gonna get out some cereal boxes, and I'll show you how we're gonna make some, all right? Okay. Hey friends, I'm back in the kitchen, and I've got all the stuff that I need to make my footprints. So, you need to go find yourselves some scissors. I'd ask mom and dad to help you out with that. Find yourselves some kind of markers or something like that. Go get some shoes. You want right and left. Don't do what I did and forget one. And some cardboard, maybe some cereal boxes or a box of delivery came in, something like that. If you don't have cardboard around the house, that's okay. A piece of paper will do just fine. It's just these will last a little bit longer so you can use them more if you're jumping on them and stepping on them and throwing them around and that sort of stuff. Okay, so go get those. I'll wait 5 seconds. All right, we're gonna start. That was really quick, good job. All right, we're gonna start. We gotta open up this Cheerios box somehow. So I'm just gonna cut on one of these folds already. And if you're using cardboard, you're gonna need to get mom or dad or brother or sister to probably help you out because it's a little bit tougher to cut some cardboard. And just like we did, remember when we did our hand art and we were making turkeys and all kinds of stuff like that? We want to trace around our shoe. Now, my feet are a lot bigger than yours and my shoes are a lot bigger than yours. So I'm not gonna be able to get 10 of these out of one box. You might be able to if it's a nice big cereal box, but you might need to get 2 or 3 of them, okay? So I'm going to trace around my shoe here. Just like this. There we go, I got one shoe. It's not quite as perfect as this one, and actually it's bigger, but that's okay. And I get my other shoe over here, and my right foot. Ooh, I'm gonna trace all the way around it. There we go. So I've got my 2 feet. Now I'm going to cut them out. So if you've got paper, I'm sure you could do this yourself, but it might be a little bit tricky. It's not as tricky as those hands were though. Remember we sometimes cut off fingers and stuff? You're not gonna cut off any toes, because it's just a shoe. So if it's not perfect, that's okay. It's more about getting the numbers down and getting those right. So I'm gonna cut these out nice and quickly. Man, these are gonna be huge. Who knew I had such big feet, huh? All right, so there's my first one. Nice big one. And I'm gonna cut out my second one here. This doesn't look perfect. I messed up a line here or there. That's okay. There we go. I've got a couple of footprints. I'm gonna move these out of the way. If you look at the back of them, it's part of a Cheerios box. So now I'm gonna start off with my number 1 and my number 2. So I'm gonna use my marker or a pencil or a crayon if that's what you've got at home. And I'm gonna start off with my number 1. I could start off with 0 if I wanted to be really tricky, but I'm gonna start off with my number 1. So number 1 is the easiest number ever. It's just a line straight down. Simple. And if you want to add a little thing at the top, a little line at the bottom, you can do that too if you want. I'll put 1 there, and then I'm going to put 2 on here. So down and back on the railroad track. There you go, number 1 and number 2. Now, I've got lots of extra space here. I should add something to them, shouldn't I? If I look at my numbers, I've got 5, 6, and 7 here. What do they have on them that helps us figure out what the numbers are? Yeah, it's got the dots on them. It's got the dots. And these dots look like some dice. Remember sometimes we did some subitizing where I would just show you dots, or we'd play a game where we were rolling our dice and we were trying to pull things off, or pulling up a rock and looking at things as quickly as you could to just try not to count, just know what number it is. So the dots help us with subitizing like that. Right? So I'm going to put 1 dot on here. I'm actually going to switch to my big marker. Put 1 dot here. And I'm going to put 2 dots here. Just like on my dice. But I've got lots of extra space. Lots and lots of extra space on my footprints. How else do you think I could show the numbers? I'm going to show the number 1 a different way. How else do you think I could do that? If you remember way back, the beginning of the year, we talked about different ways you could show numbers. So, number 1, we could do, hey, tally marks. We've been working on tally marks. So for number 1, I just need 1. For number 2, I need 2 tally marks. Perfect. I've still got more space though. What else should I add? I could write the number 1. 1, O-N-E spells 1. And 2, T, 2, W. At the end, there's an O. All right, so I've got dots, I've got writing the number, I've got tally marks, I've got writing it out, but I've still got more space. I wonder what else I could add. Hey, we use our fingers to count. Why don't I do 1 finger up, and 2, it would be 2 fingers up, and you know what, I've got some extra space there, but I'm going to stop. There. I want to see if you can figure out another way to show number 1, number 2, all the way up to 10. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways to show the number 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways to show the number 2. Can you get 6 or 7 or 8 different ways to show those numbers? I don't know. I'd love to see it. So I've got my 1 footprint, I've got my 2 footprint, and I can just keep going 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up until I'm done on my cardboard. I could go up to 20 or 30 if I want to. That might take a lot of time. You might need to get some friends to help. And by friends, I of course mean mom and dad or brother and sister, to help you do some more footprints. And you might want smaller footprints. Get your shoes instead of mom or dad's shoes so you can get more out of 1 box, okay, if you want to go to really big numbers. All right, so that's what I'd like you to do today. Make yourself some footprints, figure out how many different ways you can show the numbers, and then you can put them all out all over the house and practice going up and down, backwards and forwards, and adding and subtracting and doing all kinds of cool stuff. All right, so that's it for me today. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.